Hey Algebra students, in this video today we're going to be studying a certain type or a certain form of linear equations called the point-slope form. Okay, we're going to study a certain form called the point-slope form. So obviously your heading for today will be the point-slope form of linear equations, lesson 2.5. Please copy this in your notes so your notes are organized, and also please include today's date. Okay, copy all of this in your notes. Alright, point-slope form of linear equations, lesson 5.5. Be sure to include today's date. Now, please understand that there are many different ways or forms to write linear equations. Understand that, okay? There are many different ways or forms to write linear equations. Let me give you some examples. You don't need to write these down, but just watch, okay? Here is an equation. Got it? Now watch what I do to this. I'm going to do all kinds of things to this. Don't write this down, just watch, okay? I could bring the 3x over and make it a negative 3x. And look at that. They look totally different, but they're the same equation. I could go through and change all the signs. I could make the 3x positive, make the y negative, and the negative 5 positive. All of these three equations are identical. I could do this. I could put there. If you were to take that equation and simplify it, guess what you would get? Yep, you guessed it. You would get this right here. Okay, bring that over, gives you 3x. Negative y, bring that over, gives you 5 over here. Do you see what I'm saying? All three of these equations look totally different than the other one. And they are all four of them look the same. I mean, don't look the same. Yet all four of them are identical equations. Identical. Okay? So you can take a linear equation and write it in all kinds of different forms, okay? You can this would be a linear equation, for example. If you were to simplify that, that would be a linear equation, okay? So understand there are different ways to write linear equations, okay? All kinds of different forms. Having shown you that, are you listening, guys? I need you to listen really carefully, okay? Having shown you that, I want us to focus today on a specific type or form of linear equations. And this type is called the point-slope form. Let's talk about this. So let's get ready to take some really good notes. And here we go, alright? Please copy this in your notes if you would, please. Copy this linear equation down. There. Please copy that down. We're going to talk about it. Now this is a perfect example. Please make note of this in your notes. This is a perfect example of the point-slope form of a linear equation. Please write this down, and please make note of that in your notes. However you want to take notes, write this down. Write this equation in your notes, and make note somewhere in your notes that this is an example of point-slope form. Now, let me explain to you how I know that. Are you ready? First of all, the y must be here. And then you must have a constant term here, like negative 6 or positive 3 or some number right here, okay? Then you must have an equal sign. Then you must have a number right here, okay? Must have a number right here, like 2/3 or whatever. Then you must have a parentheses. And inside the parentheses, you must have an x here. And then a number right here. It could be a positive number, a negative number. This number right here can be a positive number, a negative number. It can be a whole number. It can be a fraction. It can be a decimal. This number here can be a whole number, a decimal, fraction. It doesn't matter. This number right here can be a whole number, a fraction, a decimal, positive, negative. Doesn't matter. Okay. So that is the point-slope form. Do you understand? 6 over and make it a positive 6. Okay? And you will get, let's see, this would be 18 over 3, which is 26 over 3. That is incorrect, and I apologize. Is that right? Let's see. 18 over 3, yeah, 26 over 3. So there we go. Now, do you remember what this is called? It's a linear equation with y all by itself over here. We call this the slope-intercept form. Would you please make note of that in your notes? Because to be honest with you, before this chapter is over, we're going to be learning another form of a linear equation, and that form is called the standard form of a linear equation. Okay, so let's review. You need to memorize this and know this. If I ask you to write a linear equation in the point slope form, that's how you do it. A y, then a number, then an equal sign, then a number, then a parentheses with an x and a number. It has to be perfect, just like this. If I ask you to write a linear equation in the slope-intercept form, then you get y by itself. Got it? It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay? So having said that, let's try a couple of these, okay? Please copy this in your notes. If I told you a line passes through this point here, and has this slope right here, I want you to write a linear equation in the point slope form. Alright? So a line passes through this point. It has this slope. I want you to write a linear equation in the point slope form. So students, here we go. Now I've taught you how to do this, remember? So let's take our formula I taught you a long time ago and let's write this linear equation. This is my x, this is my y, this is my m. So y minus a negative 3 minus a negative 3, that makes it a positive 3, equals m negative 4, x minus x, x minus 5. Now stop. We're finished. Oh my goodness, look at this. And of course I knew this was going to happen, but look, we're done. This is point slope form. You have a y, then a number, then an equal sign, then a number, then a parentheses with an x and a number. We are good. So all along this model right here that I gave you like 4 lessons ago, this model here is actually the point slope model that gives you a point slope form. So anytime I ask you to write a linear equation in point slope form, all that you have to do is use this model here. And when you're finished putting the numbers in like this, you're done. Now if that's not easy, I don't know what easy is. So when I ask you to write a linear equation in point slope form, all that you have to do is plug in or substitute these numbers in here, and you're finished. Boom, you're done. Alright, now, what if I asked you to write this in slope-intercept form? Well, that's where you get y by itself, so that's easy enough. Y plus 3 equals negative 4 times x, negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 5, positive 20. Bring your 3 over and make it a negative 3, and we're finished. Y equals negative 4x, positive 17. So these two linear equations right here are identical linear equations. They are identical. They're just written in different forms. Look, it's no different when you get up every day and you put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt one day, and the next day you put on shorts and a t-shirt. Okay? You're still the same person, aren't you? You just look differently because you're dressed differently. These two equations are the same person. They're just dressed differently. Okay, that's all the only difference. Alright? This is the point point slope form, and this is the slope intercept form right here. Got it? Okay, now I want to show you one thing here, and then we're going to move on. We'll be finished. A very short lesson today, okay? I want to show you something that's really important. And I should not have done that. Let's try that again. I want to leave that 4 up there for a reason. Alright, now let's go backwards. Can we do that, please? Let's go backwards. Watch this carefully. What if I give you a linear equation and it's written in the point slope form? Do you know what you can do? You can look at this and tell me what the point is and what the slope is. You can tell me the point that the line passes through, and you can tell me the slope the line passes through. Watch. Whatever this number here is, you know that's your y. Change the sign. Always change the sign. It's the y, so it goes right here. It's a positive 3, so put a negative 3. Come over here. This number here is your x. Always change the sign. So I have a negative 5 here, put a positive 5 here. And my slope is the number right here, negative 4. Now let's see if I'm right. Are you ready? Watch this carefully. There's the information that was given to me at first. What was my point? 5, negative 3. What's my point? 5, negative 3. What was the slope? Negative 4. What's the slope? Negative 4. So what I'm trying to show you is this. When you are given a linear equation like this in the point slope form, you can change the sign of this number, put it here for your y. Change the sign of this number, put it for your x, put your slope right here. And notice, you do not change the sign of your slope. And look, you know the line you now know the line passes through this point and has the slope here. Just something to think about, okay? Alright, now, I'm not going to be very long. I'm just about to finish one more thing. Copy this in your notes and we're finally done. What if I said to you, you have a line that passes through these 2 points? A line passes through these 2 points. Write the linear equation of the line that passes through these 2 points in the point slope form. Remember, point slope form is the easy form. So first of all, we have our model right here we're going to use. Remember, here's my model, but the problem is I don't know my slope yet. So let's quickly find the slope. Y minus y over x minus x. Let's find our slope. Here's my y and my y. So y is negative 4 minus 7 over x minus x. Here's my x. Here's my x. Negative 3. And then minus a what? Negative 8. So negative 3 minus a negative 8 is a positive 8. So my slope is negative 4, negative 7, negative 11. Positive 3 or negative 3, positive 8, positive 5. A negative over a positive is negative 11 over 5 is 11 fifths. So there, I found my slope, okay? Now, pick one of these points. It doesn't matter which one, just pick one. I'm going to use this one, okay? So let's write the linear equation in point slope form. Here we go. Y minus, what's your y value? Negative 4. So y minus a negative 4 is y plus 4, or positive 4, equals m, that's 11, negative 11 fifths. X minus x, x is negative 3, so x minus a negative 3 is x plus 3, and you're finished. There's no work. You just plug the numbers in and you're done. exact same model. And now let's use the other point. If I can get this to work. So y minus y, your y is a 7, so y minus 7 equals m. Our slope is negative 11 fifths. X minus x, your x is a negative 8, so x minus a negative 8, that's plus 8. And again, you're done. So on a test or a quiz, either one of these two answers would suffice. Okay? So, I've asked you to write the linear equation of the line that passes through these two ordered pairs. And I've asked you to write that linear equation in the slope, in the point slope form. Okay? Point slope form. So, we've done that. Now, what if I asked you to write these in slope intercept form? Then you would get y by itself, multiply this number through, bring the 4 over, multiply this number through, bring the negative 7 over, and you would be finished, okay? I hope this has made sense. I hope you understand what point slope form of a linear equation is. It is a y here, a constant term here, equals a number here, then parentheses x, and a constant term. That is the slope intercept form of a